Hello everyone, my name is ZhengYang, and in this presentation, I respectfully select Sergei Fyodorich Akhmayev as my research subject. He is a former Soviet marshal. Is a very controversial man. Some consider him a butcher because he planned the attack on Afghanistan and the occupation of Kabul. But I still think he is a great man, so I will present Akhmayev in three ways of his life, his help in constructing the Soviet Union, and what people and the international community say about him. His career in the army can be divided into three parts respectively. First is Second World War, and the second is post-war service, and the third is Soviet-Afghan War. In 1940, at the age of 17, Akhmayev attended a naval school in Leningrad, the city where he was present when the German invasion began. In 1942, he served as a naval infantry officer in Stalingrad and fought with the Red Army from the Volga to Berlin. Akhmayev was promoted to the rank of battalion commander during the war and joined the Communist Party in 1943. By the way, he received a medal for his participation in the defense of Leningrad during this period. In addition, after the end of Second World War, he was promoted to a higher position in the army because of his outstanding service. Akhmayev rose to prominence in the Soviet Armed Forces and General Staff, and in 1942 he graduated from the Military Academy of the Armed Forces. In 1967, he graduated from the Military Academy of the General Staff. Thereafter, he held senior staff position and served as a head of a main directorate of the General Staff from the 1974 to 1977, and then as the first deputy chief of the General Staff from 1979 to 1984. Lastly, Akhmayev formulated a comprehensive plan to invade Afghanistan. After capturing Afghanistan, Soviet forces should advance and capture Western Pakistan in one fell swoop. Give the Soviet Union an outlet in the Indian Ocean to irradiate and logistical bases of the Afghan Mujahideen. This is Akhmayev, who spent his life working hard for the Soviet government. Now, we discuss Akhmayev's contribution to the Soviet Union, which is divided into three parts. First, Akhmayev believed that the state was more important than everything, including his own reputation. Although Akhmayev is still regarded as a butcher by some in society for his role in planning the attack on Afghanistan and the occupation of Kabul. This was done for the betterment of the Soviet Union at the time. The occupation of Afghanistan not only helped the Soviet population to live more safely, but also increased the Soviet export trade to the Indian Ocean. Secondly, Akhmayev had a major impact on military doctrine and strategic thinking in the late Soviet period. He advocated for the modernization and reform of the military. Akhmayev supported the modernization and reform of the army throughout the Soviet period. And he had pushed for the streamlining and modernization of the army to improve the combat effectiveness and the competitiveness of the Soviet Union. Besides, he had a positive impact on peace in the Soviet Union at the time, and he actively participated in summits to avoid nuclear weapons and to keep the Soviet population at the time away from the threat and danger of nuclear weapons. Last but not the least, Akhmayev's devotion to his country and communism is unimaginable. He wrote in his will, "When my country was about to fail, the whole meaning of my life was destroyed. I could not live any longer. My age and the cause of my life give me the right to die. I fight to the end of my life. I fought to my last breath. He called for the defense of the Soviet construction and democracy until his death. For my personally, Akhmoyev's contribution to the Soviet government was not only outstanding in military terms, but he also helped the Soviet Union in political terms. He was widely recognized and appreciated for his military and political excellence, and as a result, he was known as a national hero of the Soviet Union. Although he died in 1988, his legacy and contribution will forever remain in the hearts of the Soviet and Russian people. As William Crow commented, he was a genuine communist fighter and a patriot. And there are some references in this presentation and proposal.